Yo, what's going on, guys? It's TJ, and guys, welcome back to another video. Guys, today we're going to be talking about the top 5 things that Multiversus needs to add before releasing the full game. And guys, just to clarify, this top 5 doesn't include the things that we already know that are going to be coming to the full game. This is things that I think the community could suggest that Multiversus isn't totally aware that would make the game even better. Real quick, guys, if you could just maybe drop a like and maybe sub to the channel, I'd really appreciate it. I'm really enjoying this Multiversus content right now, and I hope you guys are too. Let me know what you guys think about the game down in the comments. Let's not waste any more time now and get right into the top 5. Alright guys, so starting off the top 5, first thing that came to mind that Multiversus could add is a story mode. And I understand this game is mainly for the competitive players, but there should be another game mode that's kind of for casual players as well. And with this game absolutely skyrocketing in downloads, it would make sense that they would add another game mode to kind of appeal to a larger audience. I mean, take for instance Super Smash Bros. It's pretty much the same type of game. And if players start getting burnt out on just the multiplayer, they can go head on over to the story mode and keep their players playing for a lot longer than they would if they just had one game mode. Now, coming in at number 4 for things that Multiversus needs to change before they release their full game would be the fact that they need to really fix their pricing. And I'm not talking about the price of the game, it's free, but I'm mainly just talking about the in-game currency and how much everything costs for cosmetics and all that type of stuff that'll be in the shop. I mean, take a look at this Batman skin. It is 2,000 Gleamium, which is basically $20 or $18 if you spend all the money to get it at once. And to me, that's just absurd for a game that nobody cares about too much just yet. Fortnite, for instance, can pull it off because they have such a strong player base and people that are devoted to buying all these skins and having all of them and all that type of stuff. Like, dude, this Batman skin is barely even different than the original one. It's not worth 2,000 Gleamium, bro. Something that they also have that kind of contradicts the overly priced items that they do have is the Battle Pass. The in-beta Battle Pass really only costs you about $3 and has 15 tiers of skins and items. Like, I just don't understand what makes those ones so much cheaper compared to one Batman skin. Along with the other skins, some of them are probably like $15, $10 each. And those are like pretty normal, but if you're going to sell me a skin that's that expensive, then it better be freaking cool, because if it's not, I feel like I'm just wasting my money. So to the guys that play your first games, please change and fix the pricing of your in-game items, because some of them just don't really make that much sense, and if you made them make more sense, I think players are going to be more inclined to buy some of the items that you actually have. It's going to make your effort worth it. Alright guys, so coming at the number 3 spot would be just giving the players more available stats that they can see. And what I mean by this is by checking your career or right after the game when you've just played a match. I want to be able to see how many deaths I had, how many deaths my teammate had, how much damage we both took individually. It would be really cool to see how many standard attacks everyone hit and how many special attacks everyone hit too. We already know how many ring outs we did to each player and how much damage overall we did, but it would be cool to see even how much we did to each individual player too. I don't know how they would actually make that work. If they could do that, I would really enjoy seeing the stats after the matches. I would find it a whole lot more interesting. Now, when it comes to looking at your career stats, there's a lot that Multiversus has actually left out. When taking a look at your career, you can only see your most recently played character and your recent win rate. You can't see your overall win rate, and you can't actually see how many wins you have total. It just shows you a list of probably your last 12 games or so. And when you're looking at your career, you can check out the leaderboards, but when you're looking at the leaderboards, it doesn't really tell you what that's based off of. There's nothing really to indicate what makes you higher ranked than somebody else, which I kind of find a little bit weird. So when it comes to the overall stats that Multiversus can provide, I feel like they could just add a lot more and give us a lot more variety, so that way we know exactly how we're playing. Alright guys, so taking the second place spot in our top 5 would be the fact that Multiversus needs to add more game modes, and they need to make more game modes that involve more people in them, not just 2v2s, 1v1s, or free-for-all. Now I had this thought when I was just playing the other night, and I wanted to play with 3 of my friends, and the only way that we could do that was playing 2v2s together against each other, but if I'm doing that, I can't actually get XP, I can't get gold unless we toast each other, and if we're not doing that, then we can't all play together. And this is a problem I think Multiversus could run into down the road. If they don't expand their game modes, I think players are going to get bored because they can't play different things, they can't play with each other as much. I can only play with one other friend if I want to actually play the game the way it's meant to be played. And for me, that's not going to retain me for a long time, and I'm sure a lot of other people are going to get bored too if there's no change in the way that you can actually play. I think the best thing that Multiversus could add, and maybe it's not at the launch of the game, but it's sometime down the road, that you can do 3v3s or 4v4s, and they make larger scaled maps, so that way it's not too cluttered, because the game's already very chaotic to start off with. So making a little bit of a larger map, just like kind of like in Smash Bros. And I think a lot more people will start to play the game if you can have more people playing together and partying up. It'll also make it just a lot more fun. Now guys, taking the top spot in our top 5 for things that Multiversus needs to bring to the game when it fully comes out would be the fact that we need voice chat. We need an in-game way to talk to our teammates when we're not in a party with them. Especially when this game is so heavily encouraged to play together and play with another person. 2v2 is the main game mode, not 1v1. So having that level of communication in the game is definitely key, so that way players can get the best experience out of each match. And obviously not everyone's going to want to talk in game chat, like not everyone does for any game, but just having that availability to any player at any time will make this game more successful. But the main reason that this is at the #1 spot in our top 5 is the fact that we need hot mics. And hot mics, you might ask? What do you mean? And this is exactly what I mean.
My God! He's absolute trash. And he just moaned like like a porn star.
Now just imagine like slamming down somebody with Bugs Bunny's hammer and then you just hear someone start screaming for like a split second after. That would be absolutely hilarious, and I think it would just make this game that much more fun. Now you can call it hot mic or death chat or whatever you want to call it, but if you added that to the game and made it so that you could talk to any one of your teammates in game, it would be so much better, and I think this game would really succeed if all 5 of these things that I just talked about were implemented into Multiversus when the game fully came out. Thank you guys for watching and hopefully making it to the end of the video. Let me know what you guys think about Multiversus down in the comments and what you think they should add next to the game. Guys, we're getting closer and closer to 1,000 subscribers, which is just insane to say the least. So if you haven't dropped a sub, I would really appreciate it, and drop a like on the video too. And I'm going to end the video here. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.